Hi guys, me again. I've been slow on uploads for the last whatever time it's been since I last uploaded, or the time before that. That's mainly because I'm lazy and I really just didn't like the content I was making. So I deleted a couple of gigabytes worth of video files, and so I'm re-recording them today. So hopefully I'll have another decent tutorial out soon. But for now, I saw a comment saying that I never showed anyone how to submit to the workshop, make everything nice. So I guess I'm going to do that now. You'll see here I have my Nutcracker face mask. I've already submitted this one to the workshop, but the process is exactly the same. So basically what you just want to do to publish your thing, give it a name, make sure this is all good, and click the publish button. That'll upload it to the workshop. The real thing you want to do is make sure you have your tax information in order, because you can't submit publicly to the workshop without that done, and you really can't do too much else without, well, you can't do anything without that. They're not going to accept your item into the game, so that's a big one. The second one is getting some nice screenshots. I can't really be your artistic director for this, but I can sort of show you the basics. Just try to get some good screenshots. There are a lot of people who use pre-rendered items in like Blender and stuff to display their skins. I would encourage not doing this unless it looks really, really similar to how it does in game. Because I see a whole lot of renders that are using resolutions that Rust doesn't support, and it really just hurts me inside because it looks nothing like it's going to in game. And I feel like that's kind of ripping, so to speak, ripping anyone in the workshop who votes in their skin off. Sort of scamming them for a vote. And, I mean, if it's representative pretty well of what your skin looks like in game, it's all good, but if it looks nothing like your skin does in game, just get out of here. Anyway, so what you're going to want to do is just get a couple screenshots, press F12 a couple times. You won't see that coming up because it's part of the Steam overlay, but if I swap on to displaying the entire monitor for you, when I press F12, it will take a screenshot over here. So yeah, that's basically it. Make sure you get a few different lighting conditions. You really want to sort of show off how it looks different times of day. If you've got glowy stuff on yours, emissions at all, you want to make sure you get some night shots, obviously. You can always click the light over here to get some good night shots as well. You can, for instance, change the weather, make it foggy. You can make it rainy. You can make it foggy and rainy at the same time. Now, if you've done all that and you want to get some first-person action shots without that cancerous rain sound in the background, basically you got something like an AK-47, for instance. You'll get another two options of these buttons down here. One of them will allow you to go into first-person view, which is great for taking shots, and one of them will zoom in. Now this also works with the torch. It basically just emits a torch from your face, but I don't know if you actually want to use the torch in this case unless you got some pretty cool stuff that looks good at night. Just it doesn't emit, because otherwise it's going to look kinda weird with your pink hands and stuff here. But yeah, that's basically how you get some of the good shots you see around the workshop. I don't really think there's much more to it. If you want to do some external renders, okay then, I'll leave that to you. I'm not going to show you how to do it, because I don't really think they're necessary for the workshop. But yeah. Make sure all your stuff's done. Something you must also want to do is export it. That'll just keep all your save file, all your files and stuff in, as well as a metadata file, in a folder of your choosing, and you can keep all your stuff in there, and it'll be great. Alrighty, now that we have some screenshots of our item, we can come over to Photoshop. You don't necessarily have to use Photoshop for this, it's just what I do. And basically you're going to want to come to your screenshot folder for Rust. or if you're doing a different game, a different process applies, but same screenshot folders, and you just want to select the photos you took, hold control to select multiple and drag them into Photoshop. Meanwhile, come over to wherever your folder for this was. For instance, mine's here, and you should make a display folder for yourself. I've only got 2 photos in this display folder. Photoshop didn't work this time for some reason, so we'll go back a few. Scroll down to the bottom again, select these. There we go, Photoshop. And we'll go back to where we were, display, and basically what we're going to do. Closed eyes. It's horrible, horrible time for a photo. But yeah, we basically just want to preferably grab something in the 16:9 ratio, so we can set it to a fixed ratio, otherwise it's going to look weird and compressed on Steam, which is painful. I can give you an example here with one of my accepted skins. Actually, no, it isn't. Never mind. Actually, was previously an issue with one of my accepted skins. But I can give you an example of one of my non-accepted skins, which is the tech head targeting thing. And basically, this is your workshop page. You're going to come over to here, and what's this? It's all squished. Now, if you zoom in, it will show the document as proper resolution, but you don't want people to have to zoom in to view the image properly. So we're going to extract, basically, images in the 16:9 range. You could very well just post this to the workshop, but that's kind of messy, and I really don't like encouraging posting messy screenshots, even though not many people actually view skins in the workshop. It's where the devs will be if they're wanting to accept your skin. So we're going to copy that, create a new item, just paste that. Look, lovely automatic watermarking. That's pretty good. And we basically just want to save this, Control S. We want to come over to wherever our folder was for this. We'll be looking for the Nutcracker, display, and call this 3 because it's my third, and save it as a JPEG. Okay. Now we'll want to come over to our workshop page. Obviously, you'll have your own. We'll want to edit our images. We'll want to choose a file, select our new one, upload it. And done. Save and continue, and it will now display publicly for anyone to look at. Now you'll also have some time to do some writing and whatnot in your description. Generally that works. And you'll also want to finalize your revenue sharing. If you worked on it with more than one person, you'll need to share revenue with them unless you've got an agreement that says you don't have to. But yeah, I'm not going to show you my revenue sharing options because, I'm fairly sure I'm not allowed to, thanks Steam. But this is after you have your tax info done. You click finalize on that, you click OK, and it'll post it publicly to the workshop. If you want to change your skin at any time, you can edit stuff here, or you can change the visibility, or if you need to, delete it. For instance, we'll come over to where I was testing something the other day, breaking workshop thumbnails, and we'll just click delete, and it's gone. That's done. And yeah, see? Perfect. Have fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching, or, really didn't enjoy watching. Either way, I hope you learned something. And yeah, anyone who's got some experience in the workshop won't need this tutorial. But, hey, that's just a workshop theory. See ya!